In today's YouTube video, I'm going to give you guys 5 sites I love to buy profitable inventory from. Not only going to give you those 5 sites, I'm also going to give you exactly how you can make those items profitable from those sites, little tips and tricks. And they're not kind of your common sites. I doubt that you probably heard of them. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. All right, before we get into my favorite websites to buy profitable products from so I can make money on Amazon, I want to go over the tool that I use the most, and that is SellerAmp. And I created a quick start guide for you. Everything in here, how I set up my spreadsheets. I've done over $3 million on Amazon, and this is the exact spreadsheet I use. You get this 100% for free. This guide is everything that you need to know. I live source in this and everything you need to know. There'll be a link in the description. All you have to do is click on it and no email necessary. So let's get into the sites now. All right, site number 1 right here is going to be Eagle Eye. This is a sporting goods store and has a lot of great deals. So we're gonna head over here. Right here. So this is the site. What I like most about this site is it runs some crazy discounts, and that is kind of where you can score the most. They do a lot of clearance, which is great, and then a lot of spring things. You can see here they got the bag bags already. So if you click on these could be good as well. You can see they're having some big sales on these. They will have some site limits for you. Usually it's about 8-ish per order. I've never really had an issue ordering from them, but that is just kind of a heads up. The best way to kind of score profitable items on this site is going to be by finding these crazy deals. Some of these bag bags, not all of them will be the cheapest price. Sometimes it goes by color, but again, we could use SellerAmp to kind of just get this going, get this site going just like this. You can see all the different bag bags. You could either click into these right here, and it just makes it super, super easy. So that's site number 1. Site number 2 is going to be Public Lands. So if you don't know about Public Lands, this is owned by Dick's Sporting Goods as well. So it kind of functions like Dick's, has a lot of outdoor gear. You're going to find a lot of great deals on this site. You'll see here they're having a spring sale right here. They also have a lot of deals that you could shop as well, which is great. They do have the Stanleys and the Yetis and all that kind of stuff. They run some crazy deals on this. A lot of the times they are color specific as well. So you can kind of get a lot of different Yeti deals or colors that are going to be retired and stuff like that. You see here, literally just slide, right click, and it's coming up. This is the blue one. We would need to find the pink one. Obviously, this isn't going to work, but you will see some sales on colors that are really, really marked down, which is going to be great. Definitely bought a lot of Yetis from this site. Also has lots of great clearance when it comes to kind of sports and outdoor things. Order limits on this, not bad at all. Have never really had an issue doing that. Again, we got the bag bag over here. You have all these major brands as well that are on this site. So Public Lands is a great site, super reseller friendly in my opinion. So that's another one that I like. Next up is going to be, I don't know why it's doing this, guys, is going to be Zorro. So Zorro is a great site. Hold on. So Zorro is a great site. This is going to be for tools, supplies, all that kind of stuff. Really, really like this a lot. So the key to Zorro is they are going to, once you sign up, so 1, you could get tax exempt, which is really, really nice. 2, they don't really care about limits because this is more of a B2B platform, which lets you order in bulk, which is really, really great. A lot of times you will get free shipping. How you're going to win on this site is usually they will send you emails for about 10 to 15, maybe even 20% off. And then you're going to want to look at what tools that they have or whatever category you are sourcing in is going to be on sale or they're running clearance on. Some of this stuff you can see here. This one is not a great discount, $4.99 to $4.95. Not great, but they will have stuff that is marked down, anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20, maybe even 30%. And then if you could top on a 15% code or 20% code, that will get you going. Heads up, the code is usually only good once. So once you use the code, that is it. You can't do multiple orders. So just keep that in mind when you're sourcing here. But the big benefit for this site is they're not going to really cut off your limits. And two, you're going to want to shop when you have that discount. Next up is going to be iHerb. So iHerb is a great site for kind of vitamins, beauty brands that are kind of lesser known, and they will have some great clearance. You can see here some of the stuff they will do up to 50% off. They will limit some of this stuff, which can be kind of annoying. You'll see here some of these they have really big discounts on. You'll see also that when we came onto the site, they have a 20% off site-wide. If you spend $60, which is great. My experience with iHerb is super flawless. They don't mind if you ship to other addresses other than your own. Your billing and shipping can be different, so no worries there. They usually limit you to about either 10 to 12, or if they don't have a lot of stock, it will limit, but you could place multiple orders and they don't get canceled. That has been my experience anyway. I know everyone has different experiences with these sites, but this has been my experience, and just really, really like this stuff for this like Shea Moisture. Lots of different vitamin companies are on here as well. And then you also have a lot of more like beauty and kind of not so name brand, but more of these like natural brands, stuff that may not be actually in the stores, which is really nice. You'll see here 50% off. So you could just really get familiar with sites like this. Also sells big names like Life Extension, Swanson's. So lots of different opportunities here. And the fact, one of the biggest things about finding a great site is ease of purchase. So being able to easily check out and not have to worry about getting orders canceled is huge. Site number 5. This is probably one of my favorite sites. This is going to be Michaels. So Michaels always typically has a 20% off always on their site. This usually goes up to 30%, and 30% off is when you want to be buying on Michaels. And the key to getting stuff profitable on Michaels is coupling it with a gift card. Usually you can get up to 10 to 15% gift cards off of Michaels. So when you have 20 to 30% off plus another 10 to 15% off with gift cards, that's where you're going to find your most profit. Pro tip on the gift cards, you could only use 4 per checkout. So that is going to be kind of, you got to do your math and your homework, because a lot of the gift cards you're going to get are going to be between $150 and $250-ish. So if you're ordering a lot, it's going to be hard to kind of work within those those gift cards. And also when you run down the balances, so for example, if you bought 5 of them and you used, I don't know, there's $5 left on one of them, well, that one $5 card counts towards the 3 other cards you could use. So that's, you gotta want to play around with that. Sometimes making smaller orders are better, so you could maximize the gift cards. You also earn rewards money from this site, which is awesome. And they don't really care so much about limits. They will limit you, but you could order back to back to back. I've never had an issue with them. I had an issue with them once. I called them. They just thought it was fraud. I cleared it up, and we were good to go. Really, really like this site as well. Also, super, super friendly with SellerAmp. Literally, you could just pull up anything, do the right click or highlight, and everything's going to come up for you, which is really nice. And they also have their own brand, which is also on Amazon. So that could kind of be a hint for you when you're kind of looking for that. This one is buy one, get one 50% off. Something to note about this will not stack with this. These are always regular priced items. So just keep that in mind. Always, always, always put the stuff in the cart at Michael's. And then once put in your promo code, so you would put in spring 20, make sure everything discounts correctly, then go to checkout to make sure you're getting everything. So that is that one. And then the last one is going to be Vitacost. I'm going to make all these now. Blue. So Vitacost is absolutely great. The key to Vitacost really is going to be the promo pocket. So this is the promo pocket. You just click here, and these are all the brands right here that are currently on sale. So you'll see here they got 25% off. Bob's Red Mill right now. You got VitaFusion over here, Body Bio, Frontier, Nutrition Now. They will run some crazy sales. The key to this Vitacost is they will have site-wide sales. And you're able to stack those site-wide sales with this. So for example, if Vitacost had a 20% site-wide sale, which they have quite often, you could stack that with the 25% off Bob's Red Mill sale as well, which really, really adds up. Don't really have any issues with order cancellations or anything like that. I have not. They will limit you in how much you could take as a discount. So sometimes they'll limit it to like $400 or $300 per order. So you just got to be kind of strategic on what you are doing when you are checking out as well. So the key here also too is like you could click on customer favorites. So sometimes a customer favorite here, if it was a Bob's Red Mill, you'd be able to stack that with the Bob's Red Mill as well, which really starts to add up. You also, Vitacost will also do like 10%, 15%, even up to 20% cash back, and they usually pay it out, which is absolutely awesome. So these are some of my favorite sites to shop at. To recap, you got Eagle Eye, Public Lands, Zorro, iHerb, Michael's, Vitacost. I hope that helps you getting profitable items, and definitely get this quick start guide so you could find products even quicker. Like, subscribe, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.